let me get started. I hope everybody is safe and thank you so much for joining. I know some of you are having very difficult time with power and all. We'll keep this as much as short as possible. Firstly, I wanted to quickly talk about the ISC, which is Institution Innovation Cell, and as a part of ISC, we wanted to take this opportunity and conduct a hackathon. Is my voice audible? Just want to make sure. My voice is audible, right?
Yes, ma'am, it is audible.
Okay.
It is audible.
Done. So, hackathon, as some of you might have heard about this from outside, or we also organized a hackathon in the month of February this year. So, it is a a hackathon is an opportunity where everybody, irrespective of their backgrounds, can come forward and pick up a problem statement and get started in solving that problem. There are multiple, based on organizations, organizers, there are multiple forms of how a hackathon will be conducted. But here at Vikas, the last hackathon that we have conducted has been purely open to students to pick up a particular problem statement based on certain themes that were launched as a part of Vikasit Bharat Utsav. Based on those themes, some students picked some particular problem statements and came forward, and some of the problem statements were completely outside of the themes, but still it was something we were doing it for the first time. So we really encouraged all the departments from all the years, especially the second year, third year, fourth year, got to participate in that hackathon session. So this particular hackathon that we are doing in the month of September right now, on September 11th, is also very much purpose driven. We are not doing it casually, like let's get together, do a hackathon, just like that. We have to do more such. It will be more useful for all of you to understand your own skill set and your own knowledge, because in during hackathon you are applying your theoretical knowledge to something that is more practical, something that you can showcase on your resumes and on your profile. More than that, there is also other soft skills that are hidden behind this hackathons. You come together, you collaborate with your team members, you try to explain the idea or the solution through a pitch, through a document, through a slide deck. So there are a lot of nuance, soft skills involved, your communication skills, your collaboration skills, your time management skills, and your leadership skills. All of these will really come into play when you participate in these hackathons. So within the college or outside the college, I highly suggest all the students to participate in hackathons whenever it is possible. I know due to the mid exams, there is some sort of like overlapping happening for this particular date, but we don't have any other choice but to conduct hackathon only on that day because of certain timeline that we want to match with Smart India Hackathon. So Smart India Hackathon was launched. I think this is probably fourth or fifth version of Smart India Hackathon. I'm not sure exactly when, but it's been a few years. So there has been a lot of uh, kind of engagement from several colleges, engineering colleges, and universities across India. And the students who get into the finalists, they get to participate in person. So if you see this website itself, it's supported by Ministry of Education. It's a government initiative, and it is part of each institution innovation cell, ISC. So not just in our college, I've been following updates. Some of the colleges in Vijayawada, they are already conducted some internal hackathon or conducting internal hackathon very soon. Again, because of the flood situation, some of those Colleges' dates also got pushed to sometime around September 10th and 11th. So, September 11th, we are going to have an internal hackathon as a step forward to finalize some of those teams and submit it to Smart India Hackathon. So, little bit about more in depth about Smart India Hackathon is I have already in our PDF document listed out all the different themes, and that is basically coming from SIH website itself. So, this is the process flow and of SIH, where the problem statements are launched in the month of August, and there's been registration of SPOCs and internal hackathon around August and September. And finally, once we submit some final teams, nominations like some particular a team of folks from different organizations will come together and assess these ideas, which is like screening of ideas will happen, and whoever are the finalists, they get to they get some sort of like mentoring and training in the month of October. And moving on to November is the finale, and November 2024, by the end of November is when we have the announcements. And it is a very very prestigious event. There will be a lot of benefit if you get to be in the finalist or end up being the winner, because even after this there are going to support those ideas. As you can as you turn them into some startup companies, there will be some sort of mentoring and financial support from those particular organizations which created that problem statement. So, why SIH? Again, to really encourage the youth of India to come up with innovative solutions and think out of the box and really start this whole process of like ideation, projects, solving problems right at the early age of your bachelor's degree. And moving on to, I'll take the questions at the end because I don't want to shift too much between the screens. Just give me a couple more minutes. I'll be wrapping up real soon here. So, this is the problem statements. You can go by categories, you can go by themes. I have listed down the themes in the PDF doc, but here you can go even more specific problem statements. For example, this Godrej has given this problem statement of innovating for sustainability, driving smart resource conservation in home appliances. So, this is the problem statement on top of which you can build on what are the potential solutions that you can come up with. And so is the rest of the other themes. You can definitely check out at your own pace. I'll tap into two different important aspects. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Internal hackathon process. So we are at this step. We are trying to form a particular teams. That's what the Google form is for. If you clearly specify, I have seen some students miss out on the details. I'm looking for um, the teammates names with roll number. Here your the teammate name and roll number should come up, and hall ticket is your roll number, it's not the email ID. And this particular information will be directly useful for us to submit the finalist. So once we get the participants list through that Google form, and after we conduct an internal hackathon, during the final submission, we have to submit all of those details for each and every single team, like team number, name, hall ticket number, which branch, and all of those details. So this is the process. We are at first step 1, and September 11th is step 2, and September 12th we'll be doing step 3, 4, and 5. Uh, yeah, I think this one is already covered. So let me just quickly move to the next important part, which is the idea presentation format. So we are waiting for the teams to come together, but since this is the kind of time where everybody should really get started in terms of your preparation. So I'm introducing this. You can download it from the website. We'll also share it in the channel. You can take it from there as well. So basically, this is the PPT that we are expecting to see from each and every team. One is the problem statement ID, problem statement title, and which theme it falls under. All of these are basic details that is related to you and the problem. But from here on is very personalized, specific to your idea. What is your idea? And give a detailed explanation of what is how are you visualizing that solution, and how it addresses that problem, and what is the uniqueness about the solution. And from there, what's the technical approach? What are the different components or tech stack that you're using to solve that problem? And what's the process of implementation, flow chart, and working prototype, feasibility and viability of this particular idea, how much budget it might take, or how it might be feasible given the problem or the scenario, and what are some of the challenges or some of the improvements that you can do given more resources. And finally, the impact and benefits, how that particular idea is going to impact the user, the target audience, and what are the benefits of the solution, why only that particular solution is really solving that problem. And lastly, any reference to links or YouTube or blogs or research papers, whatever the references that you have used in order to come up, shape your idea and plan your solution. So you can keep maximum of 6 slides. The reason there is a template is this is going to really help the committee to screen these ideas. This is the final format that we also have to submit it to Smart India Hackathon. So that's the reason, if you prepare it for internal hackathon, if there are any kind of improvements that can be done, if there are any small mistakes or some things can be improved, then we are here to help you resolve those small mistakes or improvements. Or you have any questions while preparing this slide deck, at the college we have created few mentors for each department, so we can really help you shape your idea in much better way. All that we are hoping for is one of you, uh, if possible more than one. uh, I just don't want to give an I'm generally saying it. If some of you really get selected into the finalist and be able to make it to the final rounds and end up being winners, hopefully, then that is all that we are really wishing for and trying this. So, first time, it is definitely going to be like a big challenge. It will be difficult, but let's go for it. All you have to, any such hackathon or any such new thing that is in front of you, if you really take it in a very um, strong, optimistic, or hopeful way, then nothing is impossible. You never know what you might end up creating or doing. So do not think that, okay, this is too much, I can't do this, or this is really tough. Please do not give up just by seeing the different problem statement and formats. I see. All right. So, just a couple of additional points. Basically, we covered about Smart India Hackathon and why this internal hackathon is really important, and generally about hackathon also. I briefly talked about it, and this notion of I can't do it or it's difficult, please try to keep that behind. There are some a few mentors assigned for each department. So whoever is interested can really reach out to these mentors and ask questions. We have a Slido, and the mentors will be answering the questions on Slido. But after this meeting, I'll also be sharing their email IDs. You can also directly reach out to their email IDs. And if you finish Google form, if you submit Google form, then we can really create a separate group. If you submit those formality, the Google form with your phone number, with a team leader phone number and email IDs and all those details, we can actually create a separate group Telegram or WhatsApp with the mentors.
I believe again your voice is breaking. It's breaking
Okay,
again.
I see. Can't do anything much about it. I'll try to join from phone. Uh, but I'll probably real quick hand off to the rest of the team. So here we have Mr. Ganesh Garu. We have also some of the mentors. Ganesh Garu to everyone. So Ganesh Garu joined the college during this floods time, so we didn't get a chance to introduce to everyone in terms of the faculty and students. So sir is joining in the role of head of skill development and ISE, and sir has extensive experience in the tech industry as in different roles, but mostly focused around edtech industry as a manager, program manager to product and into administration, and also have an experience as a founder and also the consultant for startup companies. So some of those third years and final year students who were part of his session few weeks ago might have already known about Ganesh Garu, but for the rest, um so sir will be around in the campus. We'll also have some in-person sessions very soon, and IAC at our college has been pretty much like under the behind the scenes, like under hood. We are really trying to plan a lot of different things through IAC. So all that we are looking for is students' participation. If you're not participating, if you're not coming forward, then there is nothing much of a difference that will happen to your day-to-day BTech academics. So I have told this many a times during the BTech course, academics alone is not enough. You need to really have strong skill set, and for that, this project-based learning and the initiatives like Hackathon are play a very very vital role. Moving on, we have a few mentors from each department. I'll also quickly take their names. You can come forward, say hi, and I'll give off the meeting, hand of the meeting to you again. So we have Mr. Swastik, sir, from CSC department, and we have
Yeah.
Mr. Kshitij from CSC department, and
Hello,
also
everyone.
Mr. Shubham from CSC department.
Hello.
Uh, Moving on to ECE, Suresh sir from ECE, sir here,
Hello, ma'am.
yeah, and from I think Agri, Anusha ma'am, are you on call, ma'am? Miss Anusha, okay, and from Civil Mechanical we have Mastane sir, as well as
Hi, madam.
Maunisha ma'am, and Triple E we have Mr. Srinivas Chagaru on call. So, and of course, Sevugarajan sir is also going to support EC and Triply as needed in terms of mentoring the teams. So that's all the mentors for this particular hackathon, and hopefully they will also take part in future hackathons that are going to be launched as a part of ISC. So I'll hand it off to Ganesh Garu. You can take forward the presentation if you have anything planned.
Yeah, morning, ma'am. A very good morning, team. My name is Ganesh. As Madam mentioned, I work with multiple startup companies, and I work with mostly in edtech sector. And now I recently joined along with my team, Shubham and Swastik. So the core idea of Kirti ma'am is to develop a kind of IIT into it's a part of your academics. So nowadays there's a lot of things are happening across the globe, and a lot of engineering grads or a lot of students who are coming up with the new ideas, new technologies. They're trying to solve a lot of problems. So, as a IIC members, we will be here to help you in understanding each and every step of solving a problem and converting that problem into a fruitful solution, and by converting that into a clear startup idea. So this is what exactly we do with the IIC. And along with that, we'll also want to develop some other skill sets which will be going to play a major role in your upcoming career. People who wants to pursue their careers in doing their own startups, or doing their going for some MNC companies, or approaching to some foreign universities or anything. So we are here to understand your problem. We'll sit with you, as ma'am mentioned, with some of our mentors teams. Each team will be given a kind of a mentors, and we are going to help you with all kind of a templates, and not only templates, wherever there's a customization needed, where is a technology lag is there, and suppose you come up with some problem, we'll also discuss that problem and we'll find out a small solution for that problem. And we'll also make sure that that problem can be solved within a reach of using the technologies. Like nowadays, you can hear a lot of AI technologies, ML technologies, IoTs, and everything. But when it comes to ground level, there's a lot of doubt that how to hackathon. I know we all are feeling the same this thing with whatever happened with Vijayawada, but without leaving this, we want to try to utilize this last 4 days, 5 days for making this hackathon as a grand success, so that we need more participants, because we have set up in a document whatever the madam shared with PDF. In this, if you can look into that, there is a scope for every team. There is a team in fintech, there is a team in rural development, there is a team in disaster management, there is a team in edtech, there's a team in gaming, and everything is there. So something you have to identify that problem. It might be your day-to-day communicate problem. There's there are a lot of problems were there in our day-to-day life. Please identify that problems, and I think already Shubham and Swastik are interacting with you, and they're discussing a lot of things about this, converting these problems into a kind of ideas or something like that. So you please find out those problems, and we'll try to scale up these problems, and we'll try to find out solutions with these items with our existing technologies. So we are making all the templates. Don't worry about your pitch decks, how to prepare pitch decks. You don't know, no problem. We'll provide you such kind of help. You don't know how to map the technology with the problem. Don't worry, we'll be there. In our lab, we'll sit with you. We'll try to understand that problem, and we'll try to understand what kind of databases can be used, what kind of technology can be used, what kind of IoT tools can be used. We all will discuss, and then accordingly we'll create some good solutions. And not only this, going further, our plan is to make sure that this is going to be part of your this innovation should be a part of your day-to-day life. So it's not like only engineering. Whatever Kirti madam mentioned, or last we discussed with Sivagarajan sir also. Nowadays, with the global competition, I strongly believe that only with engineering we cannot do anything. Only with the engineering degrees we can't be in that mark. What you can hear with what IITs do and NITs do. But what we'll try to do is that we'll also match this, and we'll find out some beautiful solutions for the problems whatever they're in existing in current life. And we'll hopefully we'll also consider about how to make a prototype, how it works, and if it has to be presented, you need to have some good communication skills. Don't hesitate for anything. Even if your English was bad or my English was also bad, don't worry. We'll take some 4 days, 5 days of a skill training, and immediately we want to jump into the things. I strongly believe in that one thing, that always a starting, a good step, a first step is always like, you are solving half of the problem. So we are not here to, give you kind of, jnana or something like that, but we are here to understand the technicalities behind these problems, and we want to solve along with you by finding a small and smart solutions for these problems. So hope to connect with you all the teams one by one, or we'll also want to connect with the mentors. And we have made some problems from outside also. we are also discussing that, and we wanted everybody in this team should be approaching one and each other. It should be push and pull kind of a thing. It's not like that, okay, madam ne kuch class de diya, this is not for me, that's not for me. It's not like that. It can be happen. Somebody can forget something. You can reach us to, or we can also reach to you. Our idea is to just believe that we want to make you as a part of this hackathon. Through that, we want to make you as a participant in a national level. So I strongly believe that language is not a barrier for anybody. So don't feel anything about this thing, and we are there to support you in all the ways. So let's kick this hackathon, and hope we all will show the nation and show the state of Andhra Pradesh that the brilliant students are coming from Vikas Engineering and Vikas Engineering institutions. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ganesh Garu. So, as Sir was saying, I just want to emphasize one thing. So, for this internal hackathon, all we are looking for is teams to come together and pick a theme and come up with a basic idea or solution on how you want to solve that problem. Uh, to whatever extent possible, we can shape that idea or the solution with the help of all the mentors that are there. Since the time period is very short, we are really kind of looking at your intention of coming forward. And once the Smart India Hackathon submission is done, from there on, as Sir was mentioning, the level of training could be a little bit more so that you are prepared for next hackathons like these. Or if you get selected in Smart India Hackathon also, you will be ready for facing those rounds. So, firstly, do not hesitate to participate. Start thinking on, okay, I should participate 101%. Where should I start, and what problem or theme I should choose, and what are the different ideas that you can come up with. So there shouldn't be any option of like, should I do it now or later. As soon as these opportunities come, you just have to grab it and go forward without hesitation, without looking back. Mentors that are here, do you want to share any particular experience or any points, your viewpoints on this hackathon, or how one should get started in terms of choosing a problem and coming up with the idea solutions?
Yes, actually, last night only I worked with some of the projects. So what I have observed is something in the campus, there is something resource utilization is something lagging behind, right? So what I have come up with a plan is there should be one resource. If we can, like, it's something my personal view. If we can just go and try to optimize the thing that we have in our tracking uses like classrooms, labs, and equipments, right? And about that, we can just make some, we can design some real-time data collections using some IoT sensors, which will be very cheap, right? From that, we can extract some features of real-time resource allocations. Like suppose one person is busy with some other thing, the other person can come and handle the rest of the things, right? Maybe a time it happened with me also in the class as well. Suppose I'm lagging with some of the thing, and one person is busy with some other thing, and the things get messed up at that time. So we can use that, and the technologies that it's very simple. It's really a properly a React.js for user interface, and it will be like something from the backend. We can use Python Django to handle the data processing, and we can also use MongoDB database to gather all the things, what sort of shortcomings we have, and out of that we can use IoT sensors, which will be really cheap to implement it and very easy also. But this will be a good and very challenging project for the starting or a beginner point of view. So that's the first thing. And I would like basically we have to just go and try to find the problems that we are having in campus, right? What type of shortcomings are there? What type of like what we can build out of that, right? So that's my basic idea to go with this hackathon. So to get some problems what is in day-to-day life in the college, or try to optimize it in much more way that we can get some efficient and optimized result out of it. This is one of the example that I have just given. Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, yes, you're audible.
The other thing is, it will also reduce like other part is like I can also have some counseling platforms for the students. Like these counseling we are doing by human efforts, right? This is type of the counseling meeting that we are having right now. But we can have some AI-driven career counseling platforms that automatically, like what sort of shortcomings the student is having, we can help them with an AI-generated solutions out of that, and it will tailor their career in much better way like they are having currently. So that AI can help them in personally one-on-one mentor sessions or something like if they are facing some difficulty out of their career or someone is not feeling that good. This I have also discussed with Ganesh, right, about this. Something like this.
Yes, yes. We can implement that out.
Yeah, should I share my screen or it's fine?
I thought
Okay,
as you were quick,
Yes, sir. I have a question.
I,
okay, I'm sharing my screen.
it's up to you. As you were quickly going by it, I thought sharing a screen will help them also pay attention to what you're trying to
Yeah,
explain.
is it visible?
Yes, yes.
So these are some of the ideas that I have gone with last night part, right? The first one already I discussed. It's a smart campus resource management system where we have some follow IoT's design implementations, right? And these are the some tech stack. This is basic template boiler code. We can have some views in this Danjo mode in Python, right? And apart from this, the second is very important, which I was talking about is AI powered career counseling platform. As everyone knows, like AI is like in the boom in current market scenario. AI is something no one can like human cannot even like for mentoring AI, human are responsible, but how that AI working that is something on us. But no one can beat AI in current market scenario. So what I have planned is we can provide some path recommendations for the particular like some of you might come and ask me like how we can go and design these things. So I will ask you to integrate some API calls and something AI models or GPT models or some other apart from GPT there are several other AI models that are available in market for free of cost. But people don't know about that. So how we can integrate all those things and just make some simple model out of that that can give you career counseling, right? In like some of you are in fourth year and you don't know what is your current path, right? What path you should go with. You should go with full stack, you should go with data analyst, you should go with data scientist, or some various software engineering, or various other paths are available in the market, right? So this counseling will help you to get your career path in much more streamlined manner, right? By taking regular mock interviews and some that mock interviews part we have some data set. I have some personally data sets which can help you prepare for the data. We can just pass some data set and it will help you on regular mock interview sessions, and it can give you the feedback out of that. Right? These are some small positions that we can go and try at least building the prototype out of that. So these are something. This is very common campus facial, and the next one which I want to show is mental health chatbot for students. Right? Why mental health chatbots for students is very important because what I have seen in my colleges, college time, like many people used to when they feel stressed out, they used to commit suicide, right? They ultimately they think like ultimately the end goal for their is for their life is to end their life in such scenarios which they are like stress, anxiety, or something whatsoever we call it as. So this chatbot for students, like suppose someone is living in their hostel, someone is living with their family, but everyone student is living somewhere with their families or somewhere with the hostel premises itself, right? So this chatbot, what we can use is this is basically a chatbot in which we will using the some NLP concepts that is something we can use NLP concepts to recognize what type of problem they are in. Suppose I will say, uh, I am facing anxiety, I'm not feeling good, I'm like in a mood of quitting something, right? Like some of you might be in your fourth year and like you are something very depressed out of the situations. So we can create a chatbot for the student, those who are facing that anxiety or stress. And this is very important part as I have discussed also. with my team, our team, right? So this will basically help you to manage your stress, anxiety, and one of the counselor from the team or the mentor will directly reach out to the person, fellow person who's wheresoever he is or she is residing. Will try to give a call to the particular student or something like that, and this thing can be basically implement in the college premises itself. This is not a big thing, right? Directly we have to maintain one chatbot. With this chatbot, some n number of mentors will be connected for some students, right? Many of you are something like who want to come out and release their frustrations, right? So this is basically a very important thing. Like a small message also I have. What is your intent? Feeling depressed. So response is, I'm really sorry you are feeling this way. Would you like to talk to a counselor? Even after some few minutes, he or she is saying that the counselor is not active, or suppose you are not responding. That is something from our intent. We will take some steps from our end, and we will try to save the person who is feeling that way. Right. So these are something people used to, and this is something I believe this is a high level project. It will not be implemented in this small time. This is also blockchain. The other thing which I have kept is a smart library management system, right? So smart library management system, what is like, suppose we have some n number of books, and how to keep the track record of that books, right? So for keeping that track records of that book, we can use RFID tags. This is something very cheap, as we have discussed with our team as well. That is something very cheap. RFID. We can place RFID chips in every book in the library itself, and it will suppose reduce the human efforts. Directly, all the RFIDs books IDs will be connected to some of the databases. Here we have they can use any sort of databases whatsoever is required, and out of that databases we can check the record whether that particular book is available or not, by instead of going manually and checking the books whatsoever in the library, is it that useful or not. So these are something I believe it's a good thing to go and implement in this coming hackathon. So these are something important. These are something a small line of codes that I have tried to design this entire algorithm, right? So this is what all about what I was thinking and planning for this hackathon, and this will be something very engaging for everyone. So hope this helped. Yeah, I'm done with my part. These are some small projects that I have tried building from my end. Anyone has any question? Anyone would like to ask any sort of questions?
Arpit, you raised the hands. You have any questions? You can ask Swastik.
Yes, sir. Sir, I recently was exploring some of the problem statements which were mentioned on the official website. So,
Which website?
to explore problem statements. One of which SAR
Can you mention the website detail? Which website you're talking about?
Smart.
Your voice is breaking a bit.
The sir Smart India Hackathon's website.
Okay.
So, sir, there was a problem statement titled SAR image.
Your voice is not audible to me. Anyone else who can hear him?
I think he's referring to the question that he posted in Slido, Swastik sir. You looked into that question, right? Regarding the ISRO
Okay,
data.
the Slido part, I believe I'm not the admin, concerned admin, right? So, like, I have tried it from my end, sending the reply to Arpit, but it is not possible from my end. I was not able to send him the message.
So basically, he's asking about around the same about that particular question.
Okay, that he asked me that way.
Sir, if you don't mind, can I share my screen?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sir. Just 2 minutes.
Jevada, and in daily life, you have to think in terms of that and how you're going to solve. Never think about that which tech stack I'm using or whatever that tools I'm going to use. First, try to solve those problems. And according to those problems, whichever way we are going to solve, we can use the tech stack, whatever. So never think in terms that I'm going to use React or whatever. You should think like that. If you have idea, so you can implement by using any tool. Okay. And next thing is that you can make, I have a few suggestions. You can make a AI powered symptom checker and doctor match. So in this project, you can check what are the disease he or she is suffering from. And by using NLP, natural language processing model, you can understand the input and output. And according to that, you can suggest the doctors around that. So in this way, you have to think. Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to share. If anybody has any doubt, they can freely ask.
I would certainly like to add something upon Subham sir. Yeah, what he said was completely true. Go for your surrounding, like have around your campus or environment, and have check on like what are the problems or the issues you are facing. There are floods in the surrounding areas of Vijayawada. That might be one of the biggest problem. Then along with that, try to get inspired, like get uh, get inspired from what are the previous solutions or the problems that are made to the hackathons in the Smart India hackathon or any other hackathons. There are many good hackathons like organized by corporates also, such as JP Morgan Code for Code, and the same are organized by like American Express and Morgan Stanley also. So like from my side of suggestion, what you can do, take a pen and paper, note down 20 or 50 ideas from your surrounding, or get inspired from the internet also. You may get good ideas from LinkedIn or Medium or many, where you also try the GPT that you can GPT also, and try to personalize and add your things like what you can, how you can be different, how you can solve the problem, how you can optimize the problem, how you can ease the life of human being. That's the real problem statement. So think from that perspective. Don't think it from the technical side, like you have to use Python, React, or any such frameworks or machine learning, anything, AI or anything. Think about the problem, what problem you are facing. Take out with the problem, we will help you to build the solution. So that's from my end. And as Arpit was concerned with that SAR images dataset. So Arpit, I just went through the internet. There are many datasets available on the internet from official sources also. You can leverage that also. And apart from those datasets, if sir helps, Dean sir helps you with that ISRO dataset, so that would be pretty great. And from the model part, I would suggest you that in CNN only, as Swastik sir said, there is OpenCV. Along with OpenCV, there are two good models. I'm telling you. One is DenseNet and the other is ResNet. I'm typing down it here. Just note down and have a look on it. Dense data. Okay. These two models are pretty good in identifying the image and classifying them upon training. So you can leverage these models also. You can find these models from the internet, and don't use the exact model. Try to customize some things. Try to add your own layers, add some normalization, and go through the output, how you can optimize the solution, how you can bring the accuracy, how you can reduce the number of faults and negatives. So try to do all these things. And in your journey of making the model, like from collecting data, cleaning data, to exploring, analyzing, and bringing out the insights from it. So if in any stage of your whole process, if you find any difficulties, feel free to mention it to any of the mentors or Kirti ma'am person. So we are here to help you all, and that's all from my side. Thank you. Yeah, if you have any problems, just just say Nagur Basa Sek.
I can address some few problems that the students can think of. Here, in terms of the agriculture, what you can have is the one topic which you can select is based on the surveying, any state will be having the database of which region, which crop is being done during different seasons of throughout the year, and they'll also have the rain data sets. So like based on that, like we can frame a app based Android app based application to tell the farmers which time which crop is suitable for their region of agriculture, depending upon the rain and other things. And at the same time we can also like provide the link for communicating with local agricultural officers and develop an app for the development of rural areas. This is one. The second one, what we can do is like like this like normal agriculture disease prediction using the AIML. So it should not be simply like the prediction of the diseases, like scanning the taking, like it can be again a mobile app based application. So if any farmer takes an image and loads in the application, like we can see on the spot, like we can have a developed model like which disease is present in the plant, and we can also like recommend immediately like what type of pesticides can be given, or what type of minerals the plant is lacking, and also like tie up with local agricultural officer for the proper production of the agricultural products. So this is in terms of the agriculture what we can do. And similarly to this project, like if anyone is interested in taking a hardware type of project, what we can do is you can build a robot which travels or moves in the field and automatically takes a video, and that videos can be converted into frames from which you can extract the plant's health details, and then you can analyze, and then you can give a glimpse of what type of the plant diseases is there, or any insects affected the plant, or suggesting some insecticides and other things. That also we can do in terms of agriculture. And coming to the fitness, like we can have like when we are doing exercise and doing a fitness. So when we are doing like body fitting in fitness exercise in your gym or anything, sometimes what you do is like we may not follow the regular or proper way of doing it. So you can develop a camera based application where it can monitor your what the activities you are doing inside the gym, or when you are doing the exercise, and it can suggest that if you are doing wrong, or doing something in an erroneous way which may affect your body system. So such type of suggestions or modifications that can help in doing the exercise properly, or in doing yogas, everything can help in a proper way. So that this one application can, this also can be like based on the machine learning process which you can build an app. And related to the sports also, like there are some apps already available regarding how to, like for example in cricket, what type of shots are classified and how it should be done, and the movements that need to be made. So when we are playing, like you can place a camera and monitor all those things, and just with a simple camera and your coding, you can do an excellent job in practicing, making the new freshers to learn some sports activities also. And coming to the drones, like one of the major thing what the currently we are facing in the forestry is the forest fire. So like we can take the drone, like especially in the forest area, like we can capture the image, and do the image capturing, and then based on that we can identify what type of where the image where the forest fire is there, and with actual geo coordinates with GPS locations and other thing, you can immediately send an image to the forest officers so that they can take a rescue operation immediately. Okay, so this type of activities also you can do it. So this is the drone-based activity which you can do. And coming to the healthcare and medical applications, one of the major thing what we can do is similar to the plant disease detection, we can have something like the skin disease detection, which we tried earlier, but it's not in a big way it has been happened. So what you can do is, again, it's maybe a mobile-based application where you can take the image and you can analyze online real-time application you can develop using a mobile app. And you can tell what type of skin disease, and if it is not identifiable, then you can connect to the hospital network where they can identify, and the rural people can get medical advices at low cost, or almost at free of cost. Okay, so for all these type of things, we have data sets which are available in the available already in the network. And if any students are interested in taking up any such type of projects, we can certainly I can help you in developing the projects based on those applications. Okay, so these are this is one of the application what something we can do. And regarding the cultural tourism also, what we can do is you know about the our how to identify the traffic, or to reach a point using Google Maps. But in terms of cultural tourist place, you can think of making either a robot or a wearable device. Okay, so when you go to that particular location, what it can do is we can map it's like a indoor mapping. We can map the local area with means of some wireless beacons. So the beacons or the Bluetooth devices will be kept at each location. And when you wear this wearable device and go near to that particular location where some archaeological findings are kept, so it can receive the Bluetooth transmitter or wireless transmitter will transmit the data, and you can start listening. It's like act like a smart guide. To encourage the tourism development also. So such type of things also we can think of. Okay, and coming to renewable source, for example, energy generation from the various types of waste, and especially we try to develop something like energy from fireworks waste, especially the places where most of the firework industries are there. That plenty of tons and tons of fireworks waste are being generated, and this they just burn this in open pit. Okay, so now this that's again a pollution for cost pollution, and it's those heat energy goes as waste. So such type of thing, what we can do is we can develop a small application, or develop some small hardware for converting this heat energy into sustainable electrical energy. So when the waste products are in tons, if you develop a large scale application, it will can produce megawatts of energies. Okay, so that is one part. And coming to the games and toys, if you are, you know that every state has their own traditional games and other things from played before some 50, 60 years or 100 years, and which is almost dead now. So what you can do is you can find such games and make an app in which you can again focus that make awareness about those games to the this generation people by developing some application where they can play the games online, or with another person, and then they can know about our past games which have been played. Okay, so these are some of the few applications that what you can think for the hackathon events. Okay, so it either can be completely a software based model, or what you can do is a team of two teams can make together, and one team can develop the software model, and the other team can develop the hardware supporting model for the same software. Okay, so such type of things you can develop, and any queries or anything related to anything, you can come and ask any one of us, and we are there for helping you. Okay, so the first step is to try to participate. Whether we get success or not, that is a secondary thing. First, let us try to take up a issue, and then once you sit and working or start working on it, we'll have plenty of ideas coming up, and we'll work on it, and definitely we'll get success. Any questions?
Right. Yep. Any final last minute questions? It can be anything regarding the particular problem, theme, or hackathon itself. If you have any questions, it's the best time. But we really hope to see more teams participate. Last time, uh, during month of February, we have seen good set of teams, but that was very instant. Like in last 1 or 2 days, seeing every other some of the teams participation, suddenly everybody felt like we should also participate. But this one is uh, there's like it's a one time chance for this year. If you miss this hackathon, then you have to wait again for all next year to be part of Smart India Hackathon. So I would say don't hesitate. I know there are a lot of challenges with Vijayawada floods and mid exams and other things going on, but yep, sometimes we have to manage in order to make sure we make the best use of these opportunities. Any questions or any concerns? Okay. If we are good, then team, do you want to share anything else? Otherwise, we can end the meeting here. Do you want to share anything in specific? Yep, Ganesh Garu, go ahead.
Ma'am, just to mention and just to give the update to the mentors and as well as the Dean sir and you and everybody that last night Swastik, Shubham and me, we worked on some of the, kind of a problems and as well as, in the problem in the sense, we came up with a little bit of solution also, which can be feasible and within our technologies, we can make up to prototype also. So now we'll sit together and again we'll draft it up to one particular document, and with that we'll come up, ma'am, and we'll see how much of students will respond to their own ideas and their own problem statements. If something was happening, then we can share our problems also, just like whatever one or two shared by Swastik. Something like that, we'll also share our problems and we'll ask them to find out a little bit of solutions for that also, up to making prototype, at least mentioning the problem statement.
Right.
And then feasibly, we'll take them this as an example, and we'll also show them that how to make the kind of pitch deck and problem statement and what comes, what next and something like that. Order of the presentation, everything. We'll show them that, ma'am.
Right, right.
We
Thank you
give
for
them
that,
one
sir.
example for one problem, either mentioned by Subham or Swastik. We'll pick up one problem and we'll convert into a basic this thing. Then we'll show it to the as an example to other people so that they can accumulate and they can anticipate their problems and they can make it with their own templates.
Right, right. I think Swastik sir already did a small kind of stunt of that, or showed a glimpse of how they can get started picking up a problem and from there going on with an idea. But all, yeah, here that we are looking for, even uh, the whole team of IAC, as Ganesh sir was mentioning, is really to get you all started with a particular problem and also an idea. So, Monday we are going to have an in person meeting at the end of the day. After we'll plan mid exam in such a way that we have last 1 hour or so for all those students who are interested in hackathon to come forward, and we'll share more details. at least by Monday morning, so that you are aware of the venue, the place, and the timing to meet. But Monday is pretty much is almost the last but one day before the actual event, which is on Wednesday. So take this time today, tomorrow, and on Sunday, all these 3 days, spend on this hackathon, like different problem statements and ideas, so that when you come on Monday and meet us in person, you can really ask specific questions or take help from the mentors and shape your idea and template in much better way. So, based on Monday's interaction, we'll decide on whether we'll have a meeting on Tuesday or would it be complete online kind of a support through WhatsApp groups